when you're dealing with these kind of heavy subject matters, how do you cut that tension on set? How do you how do you yell cut and then go home and live your lives? Was there what was the attitude or the atmosphere like on set while you were filming?
Um, well, I mean, I was super blessed because I adore Good. So that, I mean, that is why it's called acting, and he is one of the kindest people I know. So he's so different than Victor.
All a fallacy.
I won't say anything else about no, I'm joking. Everybody was great. For me, though, I did have to, before we started shooting, I had to make a very conscious decision. How am I going to fully commit to this character and return home to be a nurturing person for the people in my family? And I kind of just, you can call it an epiphany, because I was actually quite worried about it. The role is psychologically challenging for
Right.
sure. And my thing was that as soon as I got in that car in the morning to go to set, I was committed 1,000%. But as soon as I got in that car to come home, I was 1,000% committed to joy and filling that cup back up. Because once you fill that cup back up with joy, you get to set and you empty it out. And that's when you truly feel the sadness, the despair. It's the loss of that joy. So I kind of put it into my mind. That's how I handled it, was filling the cup up, letting it go, letting it crash to the floor, and really be present in the absence of that joy. But then as soon as it was the end of the day, back to filling that cup.
Right. Very good. How about you, Gideon?
I think for me, my solace is usually the trailer. So I love going back to my little box, and I'm a coffeeaholic. So I come back, I get a cup of coffee, sit in my box, and I can read or watch something. This budget didn't permit trailers, so
I was gonna say, what trailer did you
what
have?
Was it your
trailer?
car?
No. So we were on set, in each other's space like the entire shooting day, but to that end, it was a really great experience where the crew were super cool. They were very pro, but they were also very supportive. And there was, I think, look, I think leadership works from the top down. I think we see that in organizations, we see that politically. And I think if you're demonstrably open to having a conversation with, people who work with you, which Ravine was very, checked his, whatever ego he might have at the door as a successful CEO, when he came on set. So he was always very open and amenable, and I think, but he's also incredibly professional, and he's always like very well sort of turned out and neat. And I think that goes to sort of an attention to detail as well. So I think it uh, enabled all of us to be, on our best game, but also very supportive, and it did feel like a sort of a nice kind of extended family. So yeah, for me, I'm happy to do my thing, and then I always try and bring a sense of humor, even if there's sort of tough days, because it certainly gets us through, or helps get me through long shooting days. And yeah, we were lucky with definitely the cast that we had, and yeah, Heidi was amazing, and Yancy I had some fun scenes with, and so yeah, it was cool. And then yeah, also keeping in mind the fact that like Heidi, I had my partner and kiddo to get back to, so very much take off that take off that
Right.
cape and go home. That energetic, like, slough it off. Yeah,
Exactly. Well, I'm glad that ritualistic murders didn't follow you home. You were
yeah,
able to leave
exactly.
that on set.
Yeah.